This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Back at his arch-rival Jayalalitha, refers to her scams in the past and calls her the queen of corruption. So was it mistake number 2 by the DMK? After a delayed action on Raja, they host a hero's welcome at the Chennai airport. Hours after the Supreme Court calls the Prime Minister's silence worrying, the top man of the country finally reacts. Raja bent all rules, played favoritism and ignored Dr. Singh's advice, says the CAG report tabled in the parliament.
क्लीन चिट नहीं दिए, जो रिकॉर्ड से हमारे सामने आया है बस वही लिख दिया है.
First come first serve policy was tinkered with.
Jayalalitha doesn't give up. She urges for a JPC probe that accounts for every single person's role. Raja still sports his defiant demeanor, says his conscience is still clear. Is the DMK utterly confused on dealing with the issue? Stalin showers praises on the CAG on its 150th birthday, and the city police sets out to blow the whistle on pub hoppers in town. They will pull down the shutters at sharp 11 p.m. here
last survey. Anybody's drinking has to close the drink liquor.
9 on the clock. Good evening and welcome to News Tonight on NDTV Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew.
I'm Shabir Ahmed and I'll bring you all the latest on the grand reception for A. Raja.
That's right, that's top story coming your way in just a bit. But before that, a look at the national stories as well. Nearly 66 dead and more than 80 injured after a 5-story building collapses in East Delhi. Chief Minister visits the injured. Sheila Dikshit tells NDTV that the fall seems to be that of a careless builder. Says an inquiry will be ordered. 2 bronze medals for India at the Asiad in swimming, the first in 24 years and the first ever in gymnastics. And Brandon McCullum slams a double ton and evens out the competition. Match is poised at a draw. Now, if you thought that the DMK's A. Raja stepping down was a matter of shame, well, a roaring welcome and a matter of celebration and cheer by the DMK and the DK workers was what was in store. Walking out of the Chennai airport, hundreds of people with banners and DMK flags cheered, and bands had played out drum beats to greet the tainted Minister A. Raja as he head back home today. The Chennai International Airport turned out to look like a political campaign ground or a carnival of sorts. That was what the Meenambakkam Airport looked like just a short while back, but perhaps something that even sportspersons may not have seen at a sport like that. Supporters there saying that this kind of a show of strength was justified as they considered all of the allegations against A. Raja to be completely baseless, despite the CAG report that was presented today. Very, very ironic scenes of welcome for an outgoing minister of the Union Cabinet who's faced many allegations of misappropriation of funds and favoritism. But for charges like that, this is what he got from his home state of Tamil Nadu. In fact, our political reporter Shabir Ahmed is still at the airport and joins us live right now. Shabir, you've been able to speak to some of the members who've gathered there. What were the reactions you've been gathering?
Well, one thing, they make it very clear that they will support A. Raja at any cost. They are not bothered about the CAG report. They are not bothered about the inquiry which is going on against A. Raja. They are not bothered about the CBI inquiry that is, underway in the 2G spectrum scam case. So it is quite clear that whatever happens, they will support A. Raja. That's the message we are getting here after this welcome, the grand reception that was planned by the DMK party members at the Chennai airport after A. Raja resigned from Union Cabinet. They make it very clear that A. Raja was targeted only because he belongs to Dalit community, and that is something perhaps they want to make it clear. That is why DK leader, Dravida Kalagam leader Veeramani was here, and he spoke to us and he told us that A. Raja is being targeted because he belongs to Dalit community. And also VCK leader Tol Tirumavalavan, who came along with A. Raja, he made it clear that he completely supports A. Raja on this particular issue because he feels that A. Raja, it's a conspiracy against A. Raja, a political conspiracy against A. Raja and the ruling DMK in the state to tarnish its image. But definitely they are not ready to to admit that A. Raja has done something wrong, really wrong. But we do not know whether A. Raja is guilty or not. But at the same point of time, the CAG report has very clearly mentioned that A. Raja has done serious mistakes and there is serious lapse in the 2G in the allocation of 2G spectrum, 2G spectrum. So that is something quite clear. But here they are defending him and they will defend him. That's the message the DMK High Command wants to send by this arousing reception at Chennai airport, and that is something which they have been planning since throughout the day, and they have achieved actually. In fact, we saw several posters and also handbills that were distributed to party workers here saying that A. Raja is a revolutionary. He has revolutionized the telecom sector, and he is not the kingpin of corruption as alleged by the opposition parties, but he is a Raja and he will remain a Raja forever. That's the message the DMK High Command wants to send at this point in time, Evelyn.
Right, Shabir, I know you were a little away from where Raja was, and it was very difficult, in fact, to get anywhere close to where he was, as we saw scores of people, police as well, around him like a swarm of bees. But he remained smiling of what we saw today as well. What did you observe of his demeanor when he came out of the airport today?
Before A. Raja, there were several other DMK leaders who landed at the Chennai airport. In fact, Kanimozhi Karunanidhi was here, but she avoided speaking to media, and she looked very disappointed after this entire episode that unfolded in Delhi and resulted in A. Raja's resignation. So in fact, Kanimozhi was very disappointed, and also many other leaders of the DMK are disappointed. That is what we have been hearing from our sources, because the DMK particularly wanted to retain the telecom portfolio, or else they wanted that particular portfolio, telecom portfolio, to be handled by Prime Minister. But it was a clear snub. It was a major setback for the DMK, because despite their demands, the telecom portfolio was given to Kapil Sibal, but it is with Congress. That means Kapil Sibal is a clean hand, and the reason why the telecom portfolio was given to Kapil Sibal is to avoid further embarrassment. If the telecom portfolio is handled by Prime Minister, and if there is some development in the 2G spectrum scam, then the opposition parties will directly target Prime Minister. So the Congress at this point in time not willing to take chances. They do not want the opposition parties to directly target Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who so far has maintained a clean image, and that is something perhaps the cause of concern for the Congress party, and why they actually handed over the additional charge for the telecom portfolio to Kapil Sibal. And it was quite clear that the Congress decision had actually disappointed the ruling DMK. Chief Minister was very disappointed. That is what the people inside DMK do tell us, that he was completely disappointed with the fact that despite their demands that they wanted telecom portfolio to be kept vacant, it was given to Kapil Sibal, and that is something which has come as a major setback. And they feel that this will definitely it will have an impact the 2011 assembly elections, Evelyn.
Right, Shabir. Do we have any information at this point at all about what Raja's agenda is going to be later tonight, today, or maybe even tomorrow?
Well, definitely he will be meeting Chief Minister, and after this rousing welcome, it is a clear sign that the DMK High Command is completely backing A. Raja. They are not afraid, or they are not sad because they have asked him to step down. They completely back him. That is, A. Raja enjoys full support of DMK Patriarch. So that's the clear message Karunanidhi has sent by this grand reception for the tainted minister who is accused of 2G spectrum scam. but at the same point of time, he will be meeting Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi. But any decision, what will be the next course of action, we will come to know after the grand wedding, which is going to take place day after tomorrow in Madurai. In fact, Chief Minister is all set to leave for Madurai, and also Deputy Chief Minister this evening he left for Madurai. So the wedding 18th that is going to take place in Madurai is going to be the most important one, politically a significant one can say. And they are expecting a whole lot of Congress leaders from Delhi to attend that wedding, but we will have to wait and see what will happen in Madurai.
But clearly the first signs of Raja's arrival spelling celebration across the Meenambakkam airport. Thanks very much indeed, Shabir, for joining us with your inputs. Now, in case you missed the grand showing at the Chennai airport at little past 8:15 tonight, well, this was the unusual presence of people and forces we saw this evening. Take a look. Well, amidst all this, there has been a lot of political spark setting the whole political scenario in this state alive. DMK chief M. Karunanidhi has hit back at his arch-rival AIADMK chief, Ms. J. Jayalalitha. In fact, in a 7-page response to the barrage of statements that Amma has been making since before A. Raja's resignation, the chief minister today called Jayalalitha a corruption queen. In a statement released just some time back, Karunanidhi said, and I quote, Jayalalitha was condemned by the Supreme Court in 2006 in the income tax case. She was also made to return the Tansy land, which she procured when she was in power. Jayalalitha has repeatedly gotten her disproportionate assets case adjourned. He also said that the CAG report was presumptive and that Ms. Jayalalitha was trying to make it look like a final judgment on A. Raja. Well, silence may be golden, but not in the case of the Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, till he reacted today. But earlier today, his mum acted on the fact that the PMO was kept in the loop with regard to A. Raja's decision in the 2G spectrum has been worrying the apex court in the country. The Supreme Court, in fact, today questioned the Prime Minister's alleged silence on complaints against A. Raja and has called it worrying. This is with reference to the Janata Party chief Dr. Subramanian Swamy's letter that was written to the Prime Minister in the November of 2008, thereafter, which he sought A. Raja's prosecution. Dr. Singh had in fact replied to Dr. Swamy's letter in March 2010, in which the Prime Minister said that the CBI probing was going on and that it was not appropriate to consider sanction. Here's in fact what the Prime Minister had said in reaction to all of the silence allegations that has been going on of late. Let's take a listen into what he had to say today.
The report of the Controller and Auditor General are taken very seriously by the media, by the public, by the government and by our Parliament. This casts a huge responsibility on the institution to ensure that its reports are accurate, balanced and fair.
So once the king of the telecom ministry, A. Raja, looks now far from it. A late-night resignation, 3 consecutive parliament days being adjourned, and now the proof on paper has also been out. Every damning conclusion about what A. Raja did the wrong way has been revealed in the report by the CAG that was presented today by the team. A. Raja has been indicted. The revelations by the CAG include that a disobedient Raja did not listen to the advice of the Prime Minister, the Law Ministry or even the Finance Ministry, like we've been saying. The spectrum by itself, which was a rare national asset, should have been auctioned. But under Raja's regime, the 2G spectrum was allocated to new players at throwaway prices. In fact, 85 licenses were issued to companies which came through as a result of several suppressed facts, incomplete information that was disclosed and fictitious documents that were submitted to the Department of Telecom. So overall, fraudulent means of getting licenses were employed, which thereby created an opportunity of access to the 2G spectrum. In addition to that, many names have come out in the open, including Anil Ambani-led Reliance Communications and Tata Teleservices, which were the recipients of undue benefits, says the report. Also, another company involved, Swan Telecom, had rules circumvented so as to benefit the telecom major. Other majors like Idea and Spice were denied the spectrum on grounds of proposed merger, which was once again against the rules. So overall, the scam has cost the government a loss to the tune of 1.76 lakh crore rupees. The calculation of all this is obviously based on the 3G auction that happened earlier this year.
हमने किसी को क्लीन चिट नहीं दी है। जो रिकॉर्ड से हमारे सामने आया है बस वही लिख दिया है।
Well, still ahead on the bulletin, this online Romeo is caught in his own web. Find out more on the other side.